What up? What up? What up? It's your boy EA Black Rooster. Shout out to all my Wolfpack PPA. As you can see, we got us a little 1-2 going tonight. We bought in, I think, with 190. So just shy of 200. You know how the transfers go. You load 200, but you don't get the full 200 on here. Fees and things of that nature. Open-ended here. Well, bet what else? Would have got there, but the flush would have got there too. Would have been a little bit of a decision. Just been playing a little poker here and there. That's about it. Nothing new under the sun. Casinos open every day, even online. So, you know. I've done a little bit of experimentation with playing 1-2 online. I normally wouldn't play 1-2 cash online. I like nine-handed tables, and I don't like the 6 max tables. And if the nine-handed table gets below 6, I stop. A lot of people have said playing 1-2 is like playing 2-5 live. It's not. This is nothing like 2-5 live to me. This is like 1-2. Except they raise even less. You know, they're doing like double the blinds, to get people to call. Like here he's made it $4.40. I want to call, but I'm way out of position. If it was suited, I would call. If I was the big blind, I would call if I had the same cards. But that extra dollar, it's just, no, wait for another hand. There are some people that play crazy hands, or hands you wouldn't expect, or they're raising with like King 3, and just like, what the heck was he thinking? There are people that play, but see, at 1-2, you run into that. You can run into that at 1-3, people playing goofball hands. So here we're open-ended. We have 8 outs, and no out will complete a flush. There's 1292 in the pot. I want to make it 9, about 3/4 the pot. If we do play a turn, I want it to be me and one other player, and I have position the whole hand. So we'll see what this guy does. He's thinking. And if I look like I'm looking up, it's because my monitor is on the wall and above. The laptop is here, but I have a second monitor mounted on the wall. Here the pot is big enough, and the way he took a long pause on calling, I just want to check and see if we river. Then go for value. We didn't get there. So betting the turn, he may have called because he acted like he had a pair. He bets here, we'll know for sure. I'm pretty sure he's got something. Yep. Yeah, and because there was a real long pause on the call. He wanted to raise. And it could be wrong. It could be flat out bluffing. I believe he had some. I don't have anything to call him with. Queen high. I don't even have a pair. So it's just one of those things you just leave it alone, wait for a better spot next hand. You didn't hit your straight. It's that simple. Uh, got a little sinus stuff going on, and I lit my. There's these tubes. They're called pellet sticks. If you have a pellet smoker and you know anything about pellet smokers, they don't generate a lot of smoke into your meat. So they make these cylindrical tubes with holes in them, and you fill them up with the wood pellets that you would normally put in your box that goes in your auger to light, the grill, and use a torch lighter and light them at the top. And then once you light them, they'll burn like a candle, like a big flame, and then they'll go down and just smolder and just produce all this smoke. And you set that inside your grill at certain positions, however you want it, and it's infusing smoke from those pellets in that tube as it burns down the tube, because that's why there's holes in it. So the smoke just gets in there and you get a smoky taste in your meat. Because if you just cook straight up on a pellet smoker, unless you have it at 200 doing a cold smoke or 250 and you're doing it for hours and hours and hours, you're not getting any smoke taste. So as usual, I've been playing with my chickens. My chickens are the cheapest tester, to see what works best. Put in 2 pellet tubes in the back, brought in a real good smoke taste. So then I was like, man, I need to get 4. No, I don't. I put 2 in the back and 2 on the sides, and the smoke coming out of the back of the grill, was harsh. Just, normally with the 2, I'd smell the smoke and the meat seasoning, and it was like a perfect blend. And I was like, oh, that smells good. But man, with 4 of them things, oh my goodness, it was harsh. I was like, what the hell? It smelled like paper, burnt paper. It was so horrible. So I was like, yeah, we're not doing that shit again. So now we got 3 in there. We got 2 at the back and 1 on the hot side. Hopefully it'll travel across. It's burning forward toward the back. These 2 are burning outward, going in at the back. And they're pretty good. I don't have any complaints about them. Caught a deal the other day. Man, $18. I feel like I'm suited and I should play this. Now I feel like I shouldn't have played it at all. Damn, poker table, video poker, whatever this site is. Can you give me a little hope? Golly, I hope he's got pocket 9s or something. No, he's betting like he's got an overpair. He probably got queens or better. Jacks are better. Did we get there? No. We just wasted $12. Man, we're back like even now. I know we started with 190. We're negative. We got to recover that now, man. I shouldn't have called. I was out of position. In position, that's a better call. Out of position, that's a fold. That's a huge error on my part. Feel free to talk shit about me in the comments. You suck at poker.com. Yeah. We won $1. Take it to the house. I gotta walk. It don't get no better. Oh, it do get better than that. Pocket 10s in the little blind. It can get better. There is hope for us after all. Now, if they could put 2 10s out there like they did on that hand where I had Jack Queen of Diamonds and flop me quads, that would be the best thing in the world. Flop me quads, turn a ace, let the guy have pocket aces, aces full, I crack them with quad 10s. I mean, it'd just be the greatest show on earth. It'd be an all-in fest. Nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. It's like, yeah, let's just fuck it up for them. Just love tearing shit up. Just so you know, this is false advertisement here. This is a McDonald's coffee cup, but I can assure you that is mushroom coffee called mud water that I'm consuming. I mean, it just gets worse. But what I can do here is pretend I was on the flush draw. It's the only way I'm going to win. If he calls here, that's the only way I'm going to win is, oh, let me pretend I was calling with the flush draw. Get in there. Just sell them a dream. They make you have to pull some stuff off to win those hands. Like pocket tens, you're going to miss. Here we got eights here. I'm a huge fan, proponent, whatever you call it, of 3 times the big blind. And the reason I am is when you make it 2 times, they call with any damn thing. So it's 3x the big blind at least. When I'm playing live, I make it $7 a lot of times. Because people call 6 weird. That extra dollar makes them fold for 7. I don't know what it is. They think 7 means I got aces at a live table, brick and mortar. Here we're suited. Nothing spectacular. But if spades come, we got the nuts. We're basically raising to isolate and keep position. Any ace suited, I normally will play it. The bigger the kicker, the better. Kicker below 10, I'm not a huge fan of, but I'm kind of middle to late position here. But we are not in a position to call that shit. Yeah, man, sometimes you just $6 and they do that and you just lose $6 and the flop didn't do anything for us anyway, and if you start to notice people 3-betting you a lot, they may think that you're raising with really marginal hands. And the thing you can do is play less hands and raise the same amount, but raise with premiums. And then when they 3-bet, you can 4-bet and 5-bet and all in. They 5-bet you and then you shove all in. Like this guy just, 3-bet, 4-bet, boom, there you go. He raised, he 3-bet, he 4-bet. The 4-bet is power too. Like, it's just, you gotta be strong to do it though. You gotta have a strong hand and be unafraid to gamble. I've seen people 4-bet like almost $50 and then the guy like shoves all in for 200 and then they fold. And I'm like, wow, you just put 50 in there. I guess these guys have an endless supply of money too. Let me put that out there. Not me. They do. So if you ever play a hand or notice when a hand is being dealt, a lot of these guys at this table, except for Aaron Vega, but almost all these other guys at this table, they have their account set up where anytime their stack gets below 200, it reloads it back to 200. So if they play a hand and lose, like this guy has $198 and this guy has 198, he's got 198, 195. Whoever loses the hand, watch their stack and see if it goes back to 200 at the end of the hand. And that's like insane to me because I'm just like, every hand you lose, it's like, oh, I lost $20. It just automatically adds it on. And I guess it's so they have 100 big blinds every hand and nobody can really bluff them off a pot. And I get it. These guys are pros. I'm just a little amateur that ain't got it like that. Like they both have less than a 200 and I want to see who wins the pot. So just so we can see it reload. Oh, that's punk shit. 4-6. Now watch the guy. 176 went straight to 200. It reload his account from 176 to 200. At the end of that hand, he had 176 and it just went bloop, 200. So it just put that $24 on there like it was nothing. It just pulls it from his account and resets it to 200. And I was like, man, these guys are ballers. You know, they probably got like 5 to 10,000 in their account. And these people are on multiple 1-2 tables. They're not just on this one. See, this guy's prepared to play a hand at whatever cost. So 3 betting's not going to phase him. I'm out of position. I'm just going to call. Okay, here we got a gut shot straight draw. We need a jack. We could check call, but the hearts, we don't need a heart. So if we had hearts, we could call easily to his bet here. But we'd be calling for 3 jacks because the jack of hearts doesn't help us. It's really just not a good hand for us here. If we had a pair, we could call there. What was the Turner River? Oh, see, it got worse. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't rabbit hunt or rabbit hole or whatever you want to call it, but I don't care. It's fun. Because it lets me see I made the right decision. But boy, doesn't it upset you when you look and you're like, I should have called. It'd be like that one you had pocket deuces and the deuce came on the turn and you fold. And you felt it was coming. It's like, I knew I should have called. You know, lost your mind. You just be ready to run around the room and yell about it all day long. But, yeah. Been doing a lot of shooting, a lot of range therapy. It's good times. Working on accuracy, red dots, iron sights, backups, you know, placement of weapon lights, the whole nine, you know. General shit I'm always doing. It's a good time, but I think I'm gonna start ordering bulk ammo online just for the AR primarily. The AR, and if I want 147 grain for the Scorpion. 147 grain for the CZ Scorpion is cheaper than 115 grain 9mm in store. And the 147 grain is subsonic, so with the suppressor, it's quiet, which is good. That's what you want. When I buy the 147 grain, I don't shoot it. I shoot the 115. The 147 grain is my home defense rounds, so it's really quiet if someone comes in and my ears are safe. And it's just in my home defense magazines, 235 round mags. So when I buy that, it may be a box of 50. So if I get 2 boxes, it's 100. Well, I'll put 35 in each one of those. And then those other 30, I'm going to shoot, you know, at the range along with the 115. And I'll load them in the same mag and shoot the 115 and shoot do 5 147s at the bottom and then 515 grains on top of that. And then shoot them consecutively and hear the difference. First 5 115, second 5 147. I've shot videos like that. Shot videos shooting unsuppressed and then suppressed. And you can hear the difference. Pretty good. But the 147, you really hear the difference. Old coworker of mine, good friend, we went, shot at the range and we shooting my Scorpion and, you know, suppressed and everything. And I said, hey, grab that mag right there, but only shoot 5 of them because they're expensive, but it's going to be real quiet. And he put it in there and he's like, oh my God. This is so insane compared to 115. That 147 is so quiet. It's awesome. But yeah, it's cool. But ARs, you can't. They make subsonic 5.56 or 2.23, but it won't cycle the bolt on a semi-auto AR, so it's pointless. So you just buy your standard 5.56, doesn't matter, and you just put your suppressor on and just know it's gonna be loud. It's just not gonna be as loud. But yeah, I got 2 chickens on the smoker right now. Instead of 250, I have them at 300. I'm gonna run them at 300 we're coming up on an hour, so I may cut me off the video and step away and check. Just look at how they're looking. 250 was just taking too long to cook. Like, you can run them at 250 for 4 hours, and the temp in the breast will be 147. 4 hours. And you got to get to 165 or greater. So it's obvious, increasing to 300 is probably about where you want it, where it'll cook a little faster. And then when you do decide to turn it up, I say maybe just go to 400, get that really good bite through skin, go to 400 and let it really heat up in there. So here in about 6 minutes, I'm gonna go look. They went on a little bit before 10, but when you open the lid of the grill, it loses temp. So it made it back up to 300 temp wise about 10 o'clock. So about 11 o'clock we'll go look. But yeah. In other news, the Oklahoma State Poker Championship is this weekend coming up. The main event is a $800 buy-in. Doesn't say anything about a guaranteed prize pool. Save your money for WSOP and just play the main. At least there's $1 million guaranteed. I mean, you're playing $800 for a mystery prize pool. Save another $800 and then add $100 to it. $1,700 buy-in. You're in $1 million tournament. You can literally save $200 a month and play it once a year. Have money left over to play cash. I mean, if I wanted to play that one tournament every year and solely that one tournament, and maybe play a little cash while I'm there, yeah, $200 a month gives you $2,400. $1,700 to play cash, the rest for the hotel, food. I mean, $1,700 for the tournament, and then you got the rest to play cash and food and hotel, things of that nature, Say $300 a month, you can play multiple events. You can take 2 shots at the $1,700 and then play the $400 mini main monster stack thing. Well, you'd be a little short. You only have 36. Take 2 shots at the main. Fuck it. No hotel. Drive over there day 1. See if you make it. If not, rebound day 2. Or the next day 1. Day 1B. Day 1A. Play day 1A. Try to win. Day 1-2. Try to win. You didn't win. Fuck it. You're out. 3,400 gone. Yeah, 200 left to play 1-2. If you feel so inclined to, or that could just be food. just reloads back to 200 automatically when they lose a hand. It's crazy. So the only poor people at this table are me and Aaron Vega. Aaron Vega. We are the peasants. This is so cheap, and there is one caller. I feel like getting a little spunky with it to isolate, like so. And the reason I'm doing that, so I'm on the button, I have position. This is a nuisance raise by just making it a little bit above double. I don't want to inspire the small blind and big blind to call with absolute shit cards and hit. And I want to force my opponents to identify the types of hands they're playing. Now I have a draw. He can bet and I can call. So we made it 16. Let's down bet to 10. As if we're playing an ace and we want to call. If he has an ace, he'll probably raise. We'll call. We're on flush draw. He's never going to put us on 4-6. Sure, he's got an ace. He called the 3-bet. He's trying to put together a raise. Yeah. That's a huge raise. We need a club one time. Oh, we're going. I don't care if I lose. Let me get embarrassed on YouTube. I'll go out with a bang. I don't give two shits. I'm shipping this shit. Come on, bitch. Bet in, all in. He didn't snap call, so I feel great. Because if he had it, he would have. There's no point in waiting and having it. It's fucking dumb. What's he got? Aces and he's got a set? I caught him bluffing. I caught his ass bluffing. He's never calling. He's never calling. 4, 3, 2, 1. He called. Oh, ace king. Give me that big ass pot. Oh, I know he in the chat talking bad about my you punk ass motherfucker. Da, da, da. He probably called me the N word and everything. Bleep, 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 bleep. They done bleeped little bleeps all in the chat. That's why I turned that shit off, boy. But see, what I like about these people at the 1-2, he just lost that huge pot and it added back up to 200. They just have an endless supply of money. And if you play the 50-cent dollar table, these immature little assholes, if you win that hand that I just won, there's these emojis that you can, animated emojis right here, this little box. My mouse is on top of it. So when you click it, you can use any of these emojis and throw them at your opponent. And people will click on the poop emoji and throw it at you when you beat them in a hand. Or they click on the laughing emoji when they beat you in a hand. Or all these different ones when they lose a hand, the hothead guy with the steam coming out. But yeah. But these people don't have time for that shit. Because they're playing multiple tables at this stake, I guarantee you. They're playing at the highest stake they can play, multiple tables, and they're there to make money. He had top pair, good kicker. He bet thin. I put him all in. He probably has Poker Tracker 4 and my entire hand history and knew exactly how many times he had to be right to make that call. And he was like, I only have to be right this many times. And yeah, and I'm like, all right, you was wrong. Mm-hmm. And just like that, we're up $190, courtesy of One Last Deposit. That's what that depot stands for. One Last Deposit. But One Last Depot. But I don't know. It's crazy. I played the other night. I won $200, and then I played last night, and it was like every overpair I had. I'm talking about like this. We're not even gonna discuss what happened because right now we gotta play these kings. So we're gonna go six, and we're gonna want somebody to three bet us. You know, because we're in early middle position, so somebody on the back end may three bet us, and that's actually what we want. Um, we'll see what happens. Yes, we like that because he four bet, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna five bet. We haven't five bet anyone today. 50. Let's put these chips to use, baby. Hell yeah. Let's see what the flop was. Oh yeah, good one. Cause we had the king of spades, but what if he had the ace of spades? You know, we won $18 plus the blinds. He was on the button, so 18 he raised plus the one and the two. So yeah, $21. One hand. That works for me. But anyway, like I was saying, so I was playing these over pairs. I get pocket jacks, pocket queens, pocket kings, whatever they were. They were big over pairs, tens and up. The board would come with nothing but rags. I bet the flop, the guy calls. I bet the turn, the guy goes all in. There's no straight, there's no flush, there's no overcard to my big pair. So I make the call. The hell did I do that for? He had damn pocket sevens and he hit a seven, give him three of a kind. And those are blindside hands where you can't see where your opponent is. The hand where I beat One Last Deposit at, that was not a blindside hand. You could see the three clubs. He was calling just hoping I was bullshit. He knew there was a possibility of it. And, you know, it just is what it is. You know, in poker, there's one saying that I've came up with. And I don't know, people think it's funny. So I say some hands you're the dog, and other hands you're the fire hydrant. It's just it. One hand you're the dog, another hand you could be the fire hydrant. So the fire hydrant is losing. The dog's got his leg up pissing on the fire hydrant and he's winning. You know, that's just my little saying for it. It could happen any hand. And any two cards can win at this game. Having pocket aces doesn't mean you're going to be, I got pocket aces, I'm going to win. I got pocket kings, I'm going to win. 7-9 suited will break that shit up so quick. Hey, your ass crying. We're like, how can he? Well, look, I mean, I was in there with 4-6 of clubs. I never imagined I 3-bet, he 4-bet, and I called light. I normally don't do that. But I was like, man, I'm just going to go for it. And then I flopped 2 clubs. And then I made a little bullshit bet. And shit, he raised. And I was like, I'm just going to call the extra 31. And if I get a club, I'm going with it. The pot is big enough at that point to where all in on the turn is like, it warrants him a call because of the size of the pot. it doesn't even matter whether he thought I had it or not. The He made the pot so big. I made it 16, he made it 42 or some shit. So there was that much pre-flop. I bet 10 on the flop, he makes it 31 more or some shit, another 42s. So, we got $160 in the pot, 80 a piece in there. So once that last club lands, he bets 18 and I shove. It's like, the pot is too big for him to fold. I get it. He didn't have a club though, but it was like, shit, I built this pot up with my big pocket, my big ace king, and I hit top pair. But you know what? They probably like, shit, he's sitting here still playing. He ain't left yet. Normally I win 200 and end the session. I'm like, see y'all tomorrow. That shit's staying in the account, and I'll jump off of here. But I like to normally play, if you look in the upper right hand corner, see where it says hands dealt? That says 96. What I normally like to do is play a total of 250 hands. And that gives me a kind of a baseline of how I'm playing over the long run. Because the way I see it, if I play 4 sessions in 2 days, I play 1 in the daytime, 1 at night. 1 in the daytime, 1 at night. I now have 1,000 hand sample size to see, well, over 1,000 hands, I lost this much. Or over 1,000 hands, I won this much. And that's in 2 days, playing 250 hands in the daytime, 250 hands at night. So then, if I do that for 20 days, I have 10,000 hands, which will give you a longer, long-term sample size, just over 20 days. You can get 10,000 hands in. And then those 10,000 hands can tell you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, review your hand history, all that jazz. And it's all cash game, so you can pull your hand history. So I paid for Poker Tracker 4. I have it on this computer, but I can't make it work. And it all goes back to something that was jacked up with the hand history folder when I had Hold'em Manager 2 on here. It worked for a little bit. Then they had something where they rebuilt the site because people were using some type of software to cheat way back when I was playing a long time ago. I got all these emails with, I played against illegal software and I was getting refunds. Like I finished this place in the tournament, but I played against a bot software and they caught it. So I was awarded more money because I would have finished higher in the tournament. Cash game, here's this money back because you played against a bot software computer. It wasn't a human. And I got all this money like all summer long. I was just getting email with a refund, email with a refund, email with a refund. And I was like, oh, okay, I got money to play online. But when they shut the site down after that and rebuilt it with some type of different thing where that software couldn't go on here to stop it, it made it where Hold'em Manager 2 wouldn't work. So I was just like deleting it. And I had just paid for it, hadn't even used it. And I was like, well, and I watched some of the sponsored, endorsed players that play on this site. And they use Poker Tracker 4 and they're like filming it on Instagram and everything while they're playing. So I'm like, okay, well, if I get that one, it'll work. Well, when I went through the whole deletion of Hold'em Manager 2, something got messed up. And I just can't get Poker Tracker 4 to detect and work. I've tried completely like resetting this computer like deleting everything and then reinstalling the poker site and reinstalling Poker Tracker. It's just so these guys, I'm sure they have all the advantages. And this may be just good for me not having that software, forcing me to use my head and think through these processes instead of having a heads up display, a HUD up here with all the numbers and odds and percentages. I'm just using, because when you go to a casino, you don't have a HUD in front of you while you're playing the hand. So you just got to know your stuff. Like you can play a lot of online and use software and probably accumulate a lot of money. But when you go play live, you don't have that software or that solver in front of you or that HUD in front of you with these percentages. And you got to make decisions on your own off of your own observations, not off of what the software has been observing for you. And then it tells you only got to be right this many times out of this many times. You got to be able to figure all that shit up and feel your way through a hand by yourself when you play live. You don't turn into a robot when you show up to a tournament and you're playing in person. Oh, let me turn into a robot and calculate it. No, you don't do that. So it's good to learn. A lot of the great players play by feel. Some of the best, actually. Like, they say, I wasn't there for it, but all the stuff I've watched and film and old shit from back in the day, Stu Unger didn't even know how to play poker. Just showed up and won a tournament. Just like he was a gin rummy player. I mean, he was like a genius, expert gin rummy player. He was a kid. And these guys would take him to Vegas and have him play gin rummy heads up against these expert gin rummy players for like tens of thousands of dollars, and he would beat them. And they said they had to sit him in a chair with phone books on it because he was a little kid beating these grown men at gin rummy, just beating the hell out of them. And there's an older guy I used to play poker with on the weekends at a weekend game. And he said, if you get really good or learn to play gin rummy real good, a lot of it can translate to helping your hold'em game as far as knowing how to read hands or something. I don't know. He just told me that. I don't know if there's any... I don't think the guy would lie to me. I trust him. But I don't know how to play gin rummy, so, It's like my buddy, he was like, oh, I'm going to play Omaha. Then he goes to WSOP in June and July, during the series. Loses $28,000. That's in cash playing Omaha. That's not in any tournament. That's just playing high stakes Omaha cash game. Shout out to MJ. You still my guy, man. I know you done won plenty. That's the thing. When you have those days where you win big, Omaha is a game where every pot is going to be huge because every hand people have a lot of outs. They have the sickest draws because you have 4 cards. If you have 4 cards, every board is hitting 2 or 3 people, and they're going to get it all in before the river. And then these guys are buying in for like ridiculous amounts of money. And then it's like shooting dice with cards is what I call it, but nobody believes me. But that's what I say. Because it's like everybody just sticks their money in and see who draw hits, and whoever draw hits wins that big pot. Then somebody will rebuy again, chasing that money, trying to win that big pot. I mean, every pot is gigantic. That's why they have where they buy in for like such a large amount. I know it's been over an hour. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, but I want to finish my mushroom coffee because it'll be cold if I go check the chickens and come back. I want to see how they look. May as well check temp too because that can kind of help guide me on when I need to crank them up. Because at 300, they're going to cook a lot quicker than 250. Approaching an hour and 20 minutes, maybe an hour and a half here. So for those of you that don't know, Ace Jack is my absolute favorite hand. People around the poker world know me because I call it Jimmy Neutron. And like they've heard me say, Jimmy Neutron, get in there and fight, Jimmy, get in there and fight. And people that know me when I first started playing poker, EA, Jimmy Neutron, what are you doing? You know, they're like, what the fuck? You know, Jimmy Neutron is the name of the hand. But it's funny too, because my buddy MJ said he won a hand. He went all in. The guy had ace queen, he had ace jack, and he hit two pair. And he said, motherfucking Jimmy Neutron. He was so crunk on that shit. Oh shit, we both got an ace. I might be behind. Oh shit, Jimmy Neutron lied to a 10. I guarantee you, ace king, ace queen ain't live to a 10. We live to a 10 though, because we got Jimmy Neutron. $10 on the 10. $11 on the 10. Why does this feel like something I've seen before? He checked. Tenderoni. Oh no. Boo. This is the one time we didn't want to hit. Boo. Queen 10 wins. King 10 wins. Any 10 wins. Pocket 10s win. Please don't bet. I fucking bet. Any 10 beats me. Ace King beats me. Ace Queen beats me. I'm just gonna call and not even be mad. If he beats me, he beats me. Ah, but if I beat him, I am happy. Fuck him. Yeah, shit. Pocket fours, you stupid motherfucker. But yeah, that was insane. He played that shit like he had it too, boy. He's like, I'm gonna steal this one. Not from Jimmy Neutron, you ain't. We got two pairs. Shit. There's a reason you just call and don't raise. Like shit. That's why he bet it a little light. He's like, 17 will convince him. There's only 22 in the pot. I'm gonna take a stab at it. Maybe he'll fold this time. Respect my gangster. And then it reloads to 200. See, I told you. I just beat him in a hand. Oh shit. That is not good for us. No good for us. Oh, damn. What? Why? Why? Is this payback? What did I do? Win a hand? How dare I? You can have this one, buddy. Just, oh, shit. He's setting the trap. Boom. Your pocket fours are good now. You got four of a kind. Oh, shit. I bet he was like, why didn't that happen a while ago? I don't fucking know, but I ain't giving you no money. Everything beats me. He has a 7, he has a boat, he has a 4, he has a boat, he has an ace, he has me beat. He can have Queen High and beat me because it beats my jack. It's like too much shit beats me. Just leave it alone. But yeah. Oh man, I got 109 hands. I'm having a little fun here. So we're on our way. 250, here we come. She always plays at this stakes. If it's a woman, I keep saying that because I see Chica Wow. All right, I'm suited. I'll defend for $3 more. 709. We need a 6 or a 10. I'll call if it's not too big of a bet. Should be like $8. Oh, for 344, I'm calling. For 344, I almost want to raise her. Oh my gosh. Just a 10 or a 6. Hey! Man, bruh. Hey, let's look like we're bluffing and bet. Overbet. I'm stupid, cuz. Oh, everything. I'm dumb as hell. I'm like, yeah, let's overbet. Like she's gonna call. She ain't gonna call. You never know. Sometimes that weird overbet make them go all in and do some bluff or some shit like that. They're like, why is he overbetting? But see, I hadn't overbet the whole session, so they're like, well, that's stupid. He's got it, and they just all fold. If I'd have bet $1, they call, but I overbet the pies. I'm just putting up a flag, letting you know I got it, Chica. Get out the way, Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. So I didn't start this session, like I didn't stream when I first started because I was still messing with the smoker, getting it set up, seasoning chickens. Came in here, opened up the table. This was the only 1-2 9-handed table, and there were no seats. So I was like, well, that's fine. I'll just leave it up and season the chicken and do this and do that. And get the smoker started and back and forth looking for a seat. And then I found the seat. So I was like, I got to get the seat. It was only one available. It was like, I got to get it before somebody else does. So I grabbed the seat and then I'm like running back and forth trying to season chicken and get the grill going and get the temp and light the pellet sticks and let them burn all the way out and get the chicken on the grill. So I was like, I'll wait till I get the chicken on the grill before I actually stream. That way it's not just me running back and forth looking stupid. So sorry if you missed the beginning of this. You ain't missed nothing. I only was up a little bit. So I hit here, but there is a flush. So we're just going to check call if somebody bets. Because if we bet, we're out of position and a person with a flush would raise. This small bet here is what I would have bet. And then he raised if he has diamonds. I have the straight. I'd like to raise, but I'm just going to call and see if it's good. It is, but look, he hit a set. But, his set made my straight, so not sure how much I could have got out of him because the diamonds were there. So the diamonds may discourage him from calling a raise. And then the straight is there. He can see that. He might not put me on it, but he'd put me on the diamonds. Because the diamonds were there on the flop. So this guy's early position under the gun. Normally when a person raises from there, they're really strong. So on the button, I'd like my hand to be stronger than 4-6 of diamonds. Plus there's not a lot of callers in between, so I'm not getting odds on my money. So now if there's 2 callers in front of me, I call with any 2 cards. I'm getting 3-1 on my money. I mean, the more multi-way pots you play, you can't miss them all. You got to hit a flop sometime. You got to hit the board sometimes. But don't go crazy with it, Do it within reason. 10 deuce works for Doyle Brunson. R.I.P. The godfather of poker. And he's from Texas, by the way. But I've won hands with it, but it's not my hand. It's his hand. Jimmy Neutron's my hand. Ah, so it's mud water. I've just been adding hot water. I haven't been blending it in the blender, making sure. So at the end, it's grainy. Mm. I mean, it's so grainy. It's bad. But hey, it's all nutrients. It just tastes horrible. It doesn't taste like a chocolate protein shake, I can tell you that. Some people add honey, creamers, sugars, milks, whatever. We'll wait till this hand's over with, see my cards, fold, and then go. I have no AC on because when I was in here trying to go back and forth, the pellet sticks, the flame went down and they started smoldering, and it just made a cloud of smoke all in the whole place. So I got the kitchen window open. I had the fans on, but it felt like it wasn't helping. So I got rid of the fans and just left the window open. I think it's pulled it out now. So I'll probably be able to close that window and kick the air back on. So I'm gonna disappear on camera. The audio can stay on and I'll return. See you in a minute. So you hear me? It's because I'm back, but I'm not back. I'm just coming back to fold this in so they're not waiting on me and the timer doesn't time out. All right, so we're back. One of the chickens breast was 129 and 136. The other one was 135, 140. And that one is on the hot side of the grill. So actually may run back out there and switch those around. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Be right back. So I bought these gloves where you can handle hot stuff, but they're very thick and the fingers aren't quite what you need them to be. Let's see a flop. So I just left it alone, left them where they're at. Where is my video capture? Here we go. All right, we're back. Okay. Double bogey on this one. We have queens full. He could have aces full. So we're just going to hope this checks through to the river. There's no need to get out of line. We could both have a queen, or I could have a queen and he could have an ace. So there's no need to have a pissing contest. I'm either winning or losing. All right. I wasn't going to be able to extract any more money from him. If I bet and he decides to bluff, I have to give him credit for an ace. So letting it check through and just winning the hand with queens full is fine. So we have a raise and then a 3-bet. We're out of position here, so we would fold. I know a lot of people think King Jack is a good hand, but they actually call it the rookie hand because it looks better than it plays. It's not a 3-bet calling range hand, although a lot of people will say it is if it's suited, and it's not even one then. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But, you know, who gives a shit? I've played it suited, calling 3-bets. Hell, you saw me play 4-6 of clubs for $50 pre-flop. You know, so you play whatever 2 cards you want. You're playing your opponent. You're playing the hand and the situation. You know, I thought that guy had maybe pocket aces. He had ace king. Either way, I knew I had a flush draw and I didn't put him on the flush. And I was like, okay, I'm going to call this. And if I get there, I get there. And if I get there, I'm going with it. We're just going to be embarrassed on YouTube. So be it. You know, but that's one big hand. And then the rest have been all these tiny hands. Just $5 here, $10 here, $10 here. $5. And those are the important hands, you know. Always the big ones are important, you know, because if it's a big pot, the river bet is all in or it's a huge amount. So you've invested a lot of money in the pot. So being able to fold and get away from it, if you don't have it, is more important than anything when it comes to those big pots. And I'm very horrible at that. I play hyper speed poker in decision spots where, I'll make the decision very quickly and I'll say that they have me and still call. So it's like, I'm like, I know he's got it, but I just want to see it, you know, just like, be like, see, told you he had it. It's dumb. It's like the stupidest shit you could do. All you have to do is fold and just wait for a better spot. So that's something I have to work on. You know, it's like, what if he's bluffing? You know, you're hoping it's the one time he's bluffing. And, you know, they say there's a rule. If all you can beat is a bluff, you fold. You know, and you look at the board texture more than anything. You know, if you look at the board texture and the board texture beats you, then it's normally a fold. I mean, there's just no way around it. The only blindside hand where you can't see anything off the board texture is if your opponent has pocket threes, you have ace king, and the flop comes ace king 3, rainbow. So you obviously think, I got top 2 pair. And this guy raises you, and you're like, oh, he's bluffing, or does he have kings? Does he have aces? But he's got pocket threes, 3 of a kind. And you think your 2 pairs good. You raise again, he goes all in, whatever, or you call, and then the turn, and y'all get it all in. And the whole time he's ahead with 3 of a kind. And you can't see that because there's no way to see it on the board texture. You can feel like he has one, be like, this feels like a set and fold. I've done that. Like, I'm in live sessions and I'm just like, why the fuck are you raising me here? Man, this feels weird. It feels like, man, you feel like you got a set. Like, I got two pair, but man, it feel like you got pocket tens or some shit. And then I'll fold. And then they'll show the pocket tens and be like, you're right. How the fuck did you do that? It's like, it just don't feel right. What else is beating me there? You know, because if you got top two pairs, like, what the hell do you have? You know, I was like, man, I don't even know why, but I'm folding. I think you have three of a kind. And they flip over to three of a kind. They're like, what? And I'm like, it's one of them spots where if it feels weird, there's something weird. Because nobody's really bluffing you on a flop. Furthermore, check raising you on a flop. Check raise bluffing. Because normally, people that have sets, they'll do it with small pocket pairs. And they'll do it out of position. Because they'll call anywhere with a pocket pair hoping to hit a set. And then when they do, it's like, oh, great, I have it. I'm going to check it because there's an ace out there and he's going to bet his ace. And then when you bet your ace, they just suddenly raise you and you're like, what the fuck is this? You know, it's like it makes no sense. So if it makes no sense, sometimes it's good to just fold. Here, there's a club draw. If he calls, we put him on a club draw. And then the next cards come. If they're a club, we'll slow down. Next cards weren't a club, though. So, I mean, I'd love to have like a super duper session. You know, like just insane run good. Just blow the doors off the hinges, you know. And these guys that I'm playing against, none of them are like probably saying, man, this guy has no business here. Because I've played a few of these and I've had more winning sessions than losing sessions playing 1-2 online. So they probably see me and be like, oh shit, here he comes, because you know he fucking plays. You know, and I play decent cards, you know. I'm a decent player. I'm not just over here bullshitting, you know, for entertainment purposes. I'm here to try to make money the same way they are. That's a horrible card. He got pocket tens here and be winning. Oh shit, we both didn't get there. There's no need in betting. Just check now, see who's got the highest card. If you got an ace, you got it, buddy. It's free. No need in betting. Ace high win. I told him. I said, if you got an ace, you're good, buddy. The only way I can win there is if I bet and he believes it. You know, but the way the action was check, 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 check. You know, the river doesn't make me whole. Unless I have ace five, you know, then it makes me whole. But shit. He's not putting me on ace five. I called his raise. You know, I'm either going to have a better ace than him or some paint that's less than his. And it's just one of them things. And I don't even know if that's a guy, Aaron Vega. I don't know if that's a play on words. So there used to be these car stereo speakers back in the day. I was really into car stereo, car audio. I used to have like all the bass. And man, I go to Mobile Sounds Systems in Arlington, and I would spend everything, my whole check on getting the loudest, the best amp, the best this, the biggest gauge wiring, just all kinds of shit, man. And bro, there was these speakers called Cerwin Vega Strokers. They were known in California. They were black with the red trim around them. And they had the CV in the middle. Cerwin Vega. Okay, we're not letting you see nothing cheap here, fellas. Sorry. But, yeah. So I wonder if Aaron Vega is like Serwin Vega, the speakers. Yeah, I'd rather win 13 than lose 200 because I let him in cheap. But yeah, those speakers were awesome. But there's this company based out of Fort Worth, and they made these boxes for their speakers, and they tuned the boxes to the woofer. So when you tune a box to a woofer, you can make one 10-inch woofer or one 12-inch woofer sound louder than three 12s or four 10s or whatever, because you have this huge box and it's got ports, and it's a science. This older white gentleman is a scientist when it comes to car audio. And the name of the place is Toby Speakers in Fort Worth, Texas. They're off of 30 in Montgomery. They're probably still there. Toby's this old, tall, really tall, skinny white guy. And man, these speakers are so loud. And they didn't require a lot of wattage. You just had to have the trunk space because the box was so huge. You get one 12-inch speaker, it's bigger than the box for two 12s. It's bigger than the box for three 10s or whatever. It takes up your whole trunk. It looks like a mini refrigerator. And the speaker is inside the box, bolted down to a piece of wood. And you can see the magnet. If you look through the port, you can see the magnet of the speaker. And I mean, this box is made for this speaker. And it is, when I say this shit was loud, you will never hear anything like that with less wattage in life. That's the thing people fail to realize, is like, you could run those speakers low wattage because they didn't even have, their peak wattage wasn't even what most amps ran. And if you had clean amps that gave clean wattage and wasn't 800 watts RMS but 400 peak, you could just run 112 on 700 clean, and oh my god, you might burn it up. You really just 112, because I think they were rated, 112-inch was rated for like 350, 400 RMS. RMS is constant power. So I have position here. I'm supposed to bet. I don't even know why, but I'm doing it. Anyway, so he is calling for a bluff. Hold on, this is Chica Wow. The flop is raggedy. What the fuck you got, Chica? I'm like not wanting to bet because we got $93 in the fucking pot. I check and hope I'm good. She had queens. Yeah, because when she called, I was like, she trapping. What the? You can feel that. I was like, wait a minute. You didn't raise. You called again. And in the river, check. I was like, man, I'm just going to check, man. Shit. Fucking Chica is a motherfucker, boy. Chica, wow. Yeah, I stopped my story because that didn't feel right. That's what I talk about, that feeling place. You can feel three of a kind or a overpair to the board, because I was like, wait a minute, I 3-bet and she called. She never 3-bet call light. She always has some paint. So I was like, what the fuck? Just call? And then the turn was check. And I was like, hold on, she want me to bet again. So I checked too, and that ace came on the river. And then she checked, and I was like, I'm just going to check, man. There's 93 in there because made it 15 pre-flop, had 2 callers and shit. So I'll take the little money. But yeah, man, she plays really good cards. I pay attention to her a lot if I'm in a hand. A lot of these people play really good cards, but I've seen some people get way out of line. So it's like, you pay attention to who it is that's doing the raising. Here, I'd like to have a better kicker. I have an ace with a 5. If it was suited, I call. Unsuited, I fold versus her. Maybe versus him, I call, but yeah, no. It's just, especially with her having queens a while ago, it's just one of them things. Because she set a trap with him. The guy in front raised to $5. I made it 15, and she just called. She didn't repop. She didn't 4-bet me. She just called like, oh, I'm a trap him. Because if she hits that queen, she's got me, and she knows it. So it's like, I'll never be able to see that. But her continuing the hand was weird. So I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I don't know who this is with a prison number. That's they fucking username. 011235813. Yes, sir. Man, if you don't get your TDCJ looking ass the fuck off of this fucking poker site, that motherfucker got his TDCJ number on it. Oh, I hope he never see this. If you watching me, you mad at him. Oh, he mad. He bet. He might be watching me talk shit about his ass. Why you on there with your TDC number, motherfucker? What the fuck? Oh, man. But yeah, so the Toby speakers, like I was saying, man, the Toby speakers, they're fucking amazing. Like, the amount of sound, and it's all about, for bass and resonation of bass, it's all about moving air. And that, because I used to go to this speaker place every day and talk to him and try to understand what the fuck is he doing. And he'd say, I make these speakers by hand. Okay. And then he says, I tune the boxes to the speaker. And I'm like, still don't get what the fuck you're talking about. And he was like, this speaker is made, I make it by hand from scratch material. And I rate it for this many watts. RMS, which is true wattage, constant power. Not peak power, constant power. So, and I tune the box around that. Like, I build the box to spec around that. And the way he builds this box so huge, it makes this box with one speaker sound like there's 3 or 4 speakers in there. I don't even know. He's a mad scientist. He's a genius. Why are people quitting? 2 people left. So when it gets like this, I'm not a fan of staying, because it's like that guy's sitting out. So I'm gonna sit out. I'm not gonna leave it. Okay, now he's back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, because I don't want it to be. I'm trying to click back. Let me back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I don't like being shorthanded, dude. Like, if he's sitting out because he went to the bathroom, that's fine. But when 2 people leave and then a person is sitting out, I'm like, wait a minute. You might as well say we're fucking 6-handed now. Chica, wow. It's suited, Chica. And I hit top pair, Chica. I'm gonna check call you, Chica. Because I give her credit for a king. She may have a better king than mine. She raised, so we'll see if she attacks it. She attacked it very light. I want to apply a little pressure to her. Okay, she was bullshitting. So that light attack might have been her continuation bet to try and take it down because she had position. And then my bet on the turn was just to see where she was at. Informational bet. But I also wanted to show strength. Well, because, I had top pair. So it's one of them things. So you guys, what did you think about the Spurs beating the Thunder tonight? Two overtimes. Two overtimes, baby. Game one of the Western Conference Finals. 122 to 115. Spurs win. Let's go, man. Oklahoma won. Oklahoma City won last year. I want Wemby. I want Wemby to win. I don't care if they're mad about him throwing the elbow because I saw that and that shit was fucked up. Damn, he must be in town. So my partner drive 18 wheelers. And he always be coming through here, stopping. Thought you'd like to shop this on Amazon or explore more. What is this? I don't need no damn hiking shoes. I still got fucking big ass boots. But yeah. Shit. This is a really weird spot. Because if you look, I'm on the button and this guy limped. So it's like he's trapping because nobody limps. So I'm going to limp. I'm going to limp for $2. And I'm going to hope I hit a 7. You know, that's it. I'm not doing anything else. Oh, wow. I hit a 7. Okay. Because, yeah, all of a sudden he's betting $4. Look at the rags on this board, right? So we're just going to make it 8. We're just going to make it 8. You know, nothing else. We're just, you know, getting silly with it. And he just called. Oh, gosh. That's a horrible card. I don't put him on 6s, but he can have anything for $2. We really need the board to pair. We need another 7. A 7 would be the dream card. That we didn't need. Chicken. It's almost like he's giving me credit for the ace. I'm still betting my set. Oh, he fold. Even better. I don't know. It was just really weird he limped for $2. Nobody limps here. Everybody raises at least $5, $4.40. I've seen $4.40 raises, but that's what I'm saying. Nobody just limps. It's kind of dumb. You lost points with me, buddy. Oh, I ain't know it's on me. I'm sitting here looking at my phone. It's late, but people know I'm up. And my partner might have called me because the Spurs won. I ain't even get to see the game. Shit. I hope they win it all. I want them to win it all. You know, it'd be like, well, it keeps it on 35. You got Oklahoma City, you got San Antonio. It just went from Oklahoma down to Texas, but stayed on I-35. I'm good with that. Stay on the I-35 corridor. You know. The Spurs have a culture, man. Like, they were like the most unacknowledged dynasty. For real. Because they were just like the blue collar, do the job, no braggadocious, no showboating, no nothing. You know, none of that extra flamboyant shit, but get it done and win. Get it done and win. No showboating, no nothing. You know, there's a like half the cost, $2.60. Gotta defend at least. There's like interviews of NBA players talking about trying to trash talk Tim Duncan and be aggressive with him when playing against him. Kevin Garnett's one of them, and he's like, "Yeah, man," I was like giving him the business, like, "You," and he was like, "Good job," and pat him on the ass. It's like you try to talk trash to him, and he's just this nice guy. Like, "Oh man, good job," pats him on the butt, like, "Good job, man," and then go down and do a move on him, be like, "You almost had me." That type of shit. Man, you was this close. You know, it's like impossible to smack talk him because he's just he doesn't respond to it. It doesn't bother him. It was like, you know, he's just having a great day. You know, it's just like, you know, I'm just one of the Twin Towers down here in San Antonio, playing for one of the best coaches ever, just living my best life. Here I should not bet, but I'm out of position. Continuation bet. In case he doesn't have it, he'll fold. And he did. So that's the thing. A lot of times when you raise and someone just calls, even though you missed the board, you can't give him credit for that king. You know, he may have a king with a weak kicker. He may not have a king at all because he just called. Normally, when someone has a strong hand, they're going to get back at you and 3-bet you. You know, it's not going to be your normal raise. They're going to re-raise you. These guys will anyway. So, it's one of the things. This game's got more ups and downs than an Impala switch. You know. It's one of my favorite lyrics from that artist, that rap artist, The Game. He said, "I done been through more ups and downs than an Impala switch." He ain't never lying, bro. He ain't never lying when it comes to them ups and downs. I've been through it too, man. It's how you take them. They gonna happen. It's what you do when they happen. It's like, are you gonna get smarter about it? Or are you just gonna... You know what I'm saying? Just, it's up to you. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't get that. Like, it's how you see it, how you think about it, how you approach it. You know, it's anything, any situation in life, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know. Like, you can get upset and be upset and continue to be upset, but being upset ain't gonna change what you're upset about. So it's like you angry and upset, but what can you do to focus and channel that energy into something else and move forward and be better? Be better, not bitter. You know, so that's one of them things where it's like you gotta grow. You know, you gotta, like, if you constantly look at, oh man, that's fucked up. It is. You're right. But it happened. So now what? Well, now that that fucked up shit done happened, what are we doing now? Because ain't no changing it. It is what it is. What are we gonna do now? It's like, cause that's done. So it's how you deal with it more than anything. This would be a good spot to bluff here, but I didn't bet the ace on the flop, so it won't make sense. I didn't bet the clubs on the flop. Nothing would make sense. And he would call. He would call there because the hand played stupid. So that would have been a wasted bullet betting there. I'd have just been throwing money to him. Like, here you go. Let me pass you this money. Chest pass. I wasn't looking at the camera when I was doing here you go. So like chest pass. Look at the camera. But yeah. I guess I should look at this more often and have this up where I can see it. Because I'm always looking up here. I'm sure it looks like shit because I'm doing that. But it is what it is. You know, like I think I'm going to lower my mount on the back of this television tomorrow or here in a little bit when I get done. That's going to be my next thing I do. Because if I lower the bars on the back of the TV, where the TV is sitting lower, then the TV won't be as high up in the air. It'll be lower and I'll be looking more level. It could be like damn near straight on here, which is damn near, yeah. So I'm going to work on that. I'm always tinkering on stuff like moving my weapon light on my gun, moving my red dot on my pistol to this one, moving this to that, this to that. You know, while we got you here, let me go under here. You know, those YouTube guys, you can't be showing certain stuff on the internet. This right here, this is a appendix carry holster. I don't know if you can see that. It's tier 1 concealment, tier 1 concealed, and it says MSP. So you got T1 MSP. The MSP stands for Modern Samurai Project, which is some name that whoever came up with the concept for these type of holsters came up with. So the Modern Samurai Project, I don't know what the hell was the namesake of it. I don't know why it was that. But this holster, you pick what weapon light your pistol has. So you can pick a Surefire X300. You can pick a Streamlight TLR, HLX1, all the Streamlights, all the main Streamlights, all the, I think just Surefire X300. And I think there's a Holosun one you can select, and a some other one. It's like 4 main lights that are well respected in the weapons industry, the main go-tos. You know what I mean? Streamlight, Surefire, and whatever the other 2 are. I think Holosun started making some, and then somebody else came out. Cloud Defense or whatever. I think they got one too. So those weapon lights, this company makes molds for those weapon lights. So you select this holster, and then you select which light you run on your pistol. These holsters are designed for the retention point to be on the light, not the gun. So therefore, you can put any full-size pistol in this holster long as it has that light on it, because the light is what locks the retention on the holster. So if you have multiple pistols and you're like, man, I'm gonna carry this one today, or I'm gonna carry that one today, You just put, if they all got the same light, or if you're just using one light and changing the light to the other gun you're going to carry. It's a one holster fits every pistol you have. So you can literally just buy pistols, have one light, change the light to a different pistol, carry a different pistol every day. Or buy lights, the same light for all the pistols, and then just take that gun out and carry it. Whatever floats your boat. But what I did with this is I buy guns that aren't necessarily the mainstream, like Glock and SIG. Those are mainstream guns. Smith & Wesson, Glock, SIG. So all these holster companies cater to those firearms. Well, there's a Turkish company, and it's not Canik. Let me start with that right now, because everybody's like, oh, Canik. And they have an awesome trigger. Don't get me wrong. They're a great gun. So Canik was like the first Turkish company to come to the U.S. market with pistols and really marketing them. This other company has been in business in Turkey longer than Canik. And it's Sarslamaz. Yeah, Sarslamaz. And for short, they call them SAR USA, because it came to market and they assemble here in the US or whatever, so now they can sell them in the US. So this company has supplied the Turkish police, the Turkish military, the Turkish special forces. Like the pistol I have is the one that the Turkish special forces carry. And it's one of their really good guns. And basically, a FN 509 Tactical has a mount where you can mount your light under the weapon, pick rail mount so you can mount a weapon light, threaded barrel so you can put a Nielsen booster and suppressor and shoot it suppressed, suppressor height sights. It's a striker fire pistol, and it has a flared mag well, and it comes with a 20 round mag and a 15 round mag. All those features. Well, this SAR, the SAR 9C SOCOM, is the compact version of the SOCOM. So the hand grip is shorter than the full size one. So it holds 15. If you get the full size one, the flush mag holds 17. But anyway, the FN will run you 1,100 plus tax. The SAR, no matter which one you get, whether you get the compact SOCOM or the full size SOCOM, it's $519. So you get a feature-rich pistol, suppressor height sights, illuminescent sights that glow in the dark, threaded barrel so you can shoot suppressed if you want to, striker fire handgun, flared magwell, weapon light, pick rail under there so you can mount a weapon light. Everything for almost half the price, $519 instead of $1,100 plus tax. Best still smoking. And they're highly reliable. This SOCOM, I think they said in testing, they fired 150,000 rounds. No malfunction or some shit like that. I mean, it's highly reliable. So it's like, the thing where we just buy what everybody says, or buy what our security guard or cop buddy recommends, or everybody says buy a Glock. No, bro. Do your research. Check on these other gun companies. They're coming out with all kinds of guns that have all these features Glock's late to the party as usual. Glock says if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going to keep charging $600 for a gun with no added features. That you got to change the trigger, put different sights on because our plastic sights suck. You know, it's like, what? Now they finally, Generation 6, they put an updated Glock out on the Gen 6 with all the features that these other companies. And I'm not just saying cheap ones. Like I have the Springfield Echelon with the ported barrel, the ported comp where the barrel and the slide is cut. You know, the integral comp. And I like that gun because I'm left-handed. So a lot of guns are not fully ambidextrous. So like when I did have that bougie, I don't want to even say bouginess, but I went along with what everyone told me. Because they're like, oh man, you got to get this. This is the best gun you can get. Da 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 da. I had a H&K VP9 pistol. This pistol is $750. And I'm just like, man. And I never really liked the way it shot. I can be honest with you. I really never liked the way I shot that gun. I don't care what. And I have an H&K rifle. Now, I like that rifle now. I'll tell you that. I know that rifle is the real deal as far as ARs. That's one of the best ARs you can get. And it costs like it is too. But the pistol, I like my Springfield Echelon better than the HK VP9 that I own. And I don't see why I would give HK $750 when I can get a Springfield Echelon for $650. It just makes no sense. Why 7? That motherfucker ain't done that all night. I'm folding, and I got my favorite hand. I don't want no smoke. Fuck what they got going on. This is getting weird. Is it late and they trying to make some money at the end or what? You know, I know it's 12:15 in the morning. Oh shit, my chicken's been on 2 hours. I'm sitting here talking about holsters and guns and shit. But you know, I try to talk about different stuff while I'm on here playing, so it's not fucking boring. You know, speakers, holsters, you know. I bought 2 of these. So this one is the one that has the light retention. So you can put the Streamlight weapon light on here. And then the other one is for my Springfield Echelon with no light. So this holster, I can run the SAR SOCOM with the light, or I can take the light off, put it on the Echelon, and run it with the light. Or I can light carry, like this is like a winter carry holster. You want your big gun with the light, everything on it. And the reason I put the SOCOM primarily in this one is because it has the shorter handle. The pistol is the compact. So the grip of the gun is shorter in length. The Echelon is long. So even though this is bigger and a light bearing holster because it's longer going down here for the light, the handle of the gun is shorter so it doesn't bulge out as much. And these things are cool. You can make all these adjustments, these clips that go in your belt. You can unscrew and move them up and down, which changes the ride height of the holster, how high or low you want it to ride. And once you get set with it, you know, do you some Loctite and let it sit for 24 hours. I just did Loctite this week on this one and actually the weekend. And I did, why are they having fun when I have my favorite hand every time I fold? It's crazy. So like, I Loctite this one and I Loctite the holster for the Echelon as well. I probably shouldn't have, because I feel like I may need to adjust where these clips and the height of this sit to where maybe the clips are lower and the gun is higher. I don't know. I mean, I could only go one more notch lower unless I move this screw, this top screw here. If I move this top screw here all the way down to here, to these bottom two, then I could be all the way down here. But I've already Loctite these. I'm gonna leave it where it's at for now. It's just sitting down sometimes because I got these wedges which pushes this part of the gun out against your belly and then brings this part in, which hides the grip of the gun. You know, makes it more concealed and you don't print as much because this is lined up with your belly. So, because your stomach goes like this, curves around and out. So you want this where your stomach is curving in. You want your belly bulge right here. And then when your shirt drapes over here, it just drapes. And you don't see the print of the gun, the handle of the gun. So these really do work. But I felt like I should have got it a little lower because you see that bottom lip right there? Well, this isn't a straight line. So I just did the wedge at the straightest point, and then this part here digs into me. It's like I should have brought the wedge all the way down and then just took a box cutter along the edge here and cut that. And these wedges are cheap. So what I'm going to do is just order another wedge. They're like $5.99. They ship in the mail, come in the mailbox. So I'll do that. But yeah, guys, I think it's about time to check on the chicken. Shit, it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm going to disappear the camera here for you guys. And let's see, am I in the blinds? No, I'm not. So I'll fold this hand and be right back, this next hand, because I'm kind of early in the action here. So I'll wait for the next hand to show up. Yeah, I wouldn't play that. Be right back. All right, I'm back. One of those chickens is almost done, the one that's on the hot side. The one that's on the cool side, one breast is coming, the breast that's closest to the hot side is way like 14-degree difference versus the breast that's on the cool side. So I turned it so the breast is facing the warm side of the grill, the one that's 14 degrees lower, so it can catch up. And then the other one that's almost done, there's only like a little difference between the two breasts, but I turned the breast that was the lowest in degrees toward the heat, so it can catch up and both of them finish about the same time, because it really just hurts it when one breast is completely done and this other one ain't nowhere near. And I think I'm gonna overcook them, because when I do them to 165, my skin is not bite through. So I've been working on that. Hopefully. I might Google that. Breast temp. To make skin bite through. See, they got this same bullshit. Pull the chicken from the heat when the thickest part of the breast is 155 to 160. It will continue cooking and reach the safe 165 threshold as it rests. Cooking higher than this makes the meat dry and stringy. Achieving perfectly crispy, bite-through skin requires more than temperature, requires rendering fat underneath. Following these steps for the best results. Dry the skin. Moisture is the enemy for crispiness. Pat the chicken entirely dry with paper towels. Well, I had a kind of depth. I did pat it with paper towels this time. Dry brine. After drying, salt the chicken and leave it uncovered in the refrigerator for 12 hours. I ain't had time to do that. 12 to 24 hours. Late position. Now we'll see what happens. The cold air will draw out surface and create dry pellicle that fries beauty. High heat. Cook at a higher temperature, ideally between 375 and 425. See, and I'm over here at 300 right now. Use a probe. Always use a reliable digital temperature meat thermometer for tracking. So we're so far along at 300. Like, we should have turned it up at an hour. We got 2.5 hours, and we might as well let it finish. Maybe go to 170 instead of 165. But it says done at 165. I'm gonna pull it at 165. I mean, because the other ones I was doing at 250, and the chicken would get done at 165, but the skin would not be bite through. So maybe doing it at 300. Because the thing is, grill temps are different. your smoker, the size of it, having it at this temperature, and then this side is hotter than this side, and this side is cooler, you know. So it's one of them things where it's like one chicken will be more done than the other one because it's so much heat on this side, and this one side will be done, and this one just trapped in the middle with no heat coming to it or whatever. You know, it's just one of them things. I think to finish them off, I'm gonna open the vent where the flame is. I never did adjust my pellets either. I'm a little behind on that. I'm gonna disappear real quick and do that because that auger can clog up if you're not leveling. Be right back. Oh man, fold. I'm back. Anyway, so what we did there, um, there's a box where you put all your pellets in the smoker, and then the auger pulls them and keeps pulling them to keep the temp up on the smoker. But if you don't level that box, it'll create like a little void going down, and then that can like lead to your auger getting clogged or getting hung up because it's pulling them down in like a little tornado shape thing. So you're supposed to level them off so that doesn't happen. And I didn't do that the whole cook, but it's fine. And then I have like a where I can open and expose the flame. So I open that, and that should heat passing over those chickens. You know, instead of it being closed and it just being like an oven, it's going to be heat passing over the skin of those, which make it my skin way I want it. I'm going to give it about 15 minutes of that. And then at 12:45, the only way is staying on there if we're not at temp, but we'll probably be past temp at 12:45. Why did I just call before 6 o'clock? Oh, because I'm big blind and he bullshit raised me. Three would win, but spades are there, so it's kind of dumb. And the jack is there. It's getting stupider. And world's dumbest. So we got 181 hands as of now. This would be hand 182. Yeah, the hand better than mine. I just defended for less. It kind of playing at this 1-2 online has been kind of eye opening to me because I could have been playing 1-2 online, and I've been playing like 10 cent, 25 cent, 50 cent dollar, you know. And I was like, I could have been playing 1-2 online and making $200-300 a day, you know, just playing my regular normal way I play. It's not really like they say, you know, they make it sound more difficult than it is. I mean, if you show up at the casino and play 1-2, you can play online, play 1-2. I don't care what nobody says. If you can win at the casino, you can win online. If you're a winning player, if you're a break-even player online, this will translate to you being a winning player at the casino, because there's more pros online. So if you can win money online or break even, you're playing against stupid drunks at the casino that just want to get drunk and play poker and, just drink and talk shit. That's what they do. So it's one of them things where it's like, it's good practice. And if you can do it at home, man, why not? You don't even have to leave the house. Just have you some decent internet, log in, play. You don't even need a multiple monitor setup. You don't need any paid for stuff to do a YouTube channel. This is a free thing where I'm streaming uploading to YouTube and streaming. It's called Streamlabs OBS. It's totally free. You can do it on YouTube. You can do it on Twitch. You can pick what platform you want to upload your videos on. Mine I have uploaded to YouTube. And, it's not like I'm getting paid to put it on YouTube, but sometimes, people may see it and watch it. Lady around town, I told her that I did it, and she got on there and was like, I watched you, and your voice is so soothing, and you have some interesting conversations, all these things you talk about. And you're just talking to a camera and nobody's there. You don't know if they're watching or not. So you just try to just keep talking. You don't want it to be boring. You're not here to give motivational speeches and uplift people, but damn, you do not want to just sit here and be bored talking about poker the whole time. You got to have a different subject matter sometimes, exercising or what you ate today, or whatever. Like, I'm smoking 2 chickens. I'm a pellet smoker, and I have these beer can stands, and I put a can in there. So they make these Chelada cans a little bit taller than the Monster. I normally get the Monster, like, cold coffee, the Mocha Loca. That can is about 2 inches shorter than the Chelada cans that'll fit in there. So I got 2 Chelada cans, and I told my neighbor, I was like, hey man, do you want to drink this? Because I'm going to pour it out. So I said, you pour it in your cups at the house and you can drink that tonight. I don't drink. So I gave it to him, and I put those cans in the beer can holder after I rinse them, several times with hot water so I don't get no alcohol in me. And, that's basically it, and just they're a little taller, so it makes the chicken stand up higher where the legs are not touching the grill as much, or they're not as low, and it kind of stands it a little more upright. I may be out of line here with 8-10 of spades, just so you know. This is more of a early middle position, but I haven't played a hand in a while. So if I win some blinds, I'm good with that. I don't care to play a big pot. I didn't care to play a big pot. And so this guy knows I don't want my stack to go under 500, and I feel like he's targeting me. But you know what? I don't care. I thought the hand was worth $6, not 25. I'm not going to pay 19 more. I'm just not. Now, if I had pocket kings or ace king or ace queen or pocket queens, jacks and up, I call, and a lot of people, they probably are like, man, this guy EA, who is this guy? He just came out of nowhere, started playing in April a little bit, playing 1-2 in April, just out of nowhere. It's like, man, what if I could consistently put up numbers at this? That's really what it's about. Like I put $230 on here and I played like 3 or 4 sessions in a 24-hour period, and all of them weren't even 250 hands. And in less than 24 hours, because some of it was me playing on the computer and some of it was me just playing on my phone laying in the bed. And I got that account up to like $960 in less than 24 hours, and I only put 230 on there. So it's one of them things where it's like, man, maybe I should have been playing the higher stakes cash games all along, you know, because that can build your bankroll online to play in some big tournaments. Like right now is the OSS Online Super Series. That's going on right now. So Sunday there's a pretty big tournament I'm thinking about playing. It's $66 buy-in, and I forgot what the guarantee was on it, but it's a pretty big guarantee. And I was like, I could play cash and build up to where it's like, all right, I'm playing that for free. I'm playing that with my profit. So doing that, taking those shots, play cash during the week, take shots on the weekend on a tournament. If you win a tournament, you can win some big money. It's one of them things, like just placing in a tournament sometimes you win big money. I got a buddy that plays the high stakes tournament, $630 buy-in. And he didn't win it, but hell, whatever place he got paid him like $4,400 or something. I was like, damn. I was like, eventually I'd like to get to there. Okay, so now this is one of them situations where we are out of position. We're in the earliest position pre-flop, and we have pocket aces. If anyone raises, we are going to significantly 3-bet them. He made it $8. We're not going to play with this guy. We're going to put up a flag that says, hey, bitch, we're not fucking around. $32. And I want him to fold. But if he shoves, that's it. I would rather win $8 than lose whatever his whole stack was, 166 to him, because I let him get in there light. I don't want him to get in there light with bad cards. It's just one of them things. It's like, if we get it in there, it better be aces versus kings, aces versus jacks, queens, aces versus ace king suited, ace queen suited, something like that. But anywho, I gotta go check temps on my breast because I did open the vent. I didn't turn the heat up though. I just opened the vent, so that may still be good. We'll wait 4 more minutes. Oh, we got pocket jacks. We gotta wait now. Shoot. Now these, I don't like 3-betting with these because when you 3-bet with jacks, think about what's going to call you or 4-bet you. Any ace suited, ace king, ace queen, any ace combo, ace jack, ace 10, well, not ace jack, but ace king, ace queen, pocket aces, pocket kings, pocket queens, and here we can bet and he'll either have an overpair he can call with or not, and we would have he'd have turned an ace. I'm for sure he probably had an ace he raised with, but yeah, 3-betting jacks, you're going to get called by every pair above it, queens, kings, or aces. And you'll probably get re-raised if it's kings or aces. So you're going to get 4-bet when you 3-bet. And you'll get just called by overcards, ace, king, ace, queen. And when they hit the board, because you 3-bet, they have the over. They have an ace, king, ace, queen. So if you see a king, you're like, well, fuck. I 3-bet. They called. They gotta have ace king and there's a king, or they gotta have ace queen and there's a queen. So you know, if there's a raise, unless it's somebody that's way out of line, I like to just call with jacks and see what develops, see if I hit a set or if I just have an overpair to the board. He went all in. What the fuck? Oh, dude ain't got no money. Aaron Vega ain't got no money. You picking on the poor people, man. Why you gotta be an asshole? Sauce at 93. What the fuck was Saucy in 93 anyway? Not a damn thing. But yeah, man, we just sitting here having the funnest time ever. Graduation season right now. It's the last week of school in Texas. Congratulations to the class of 2026. May you go on to do bigger and better things. And, if college is your thing, knock it out the park. If the military is your thing, thank you for your service. Do whatever it is you want to do in life and live it to the fullest. Pick something you enjoy doing. If you want to go to school and get a good paying job, pick that. If you want to go to the military and shoot cool guns and go to war and shit and that Call of Duty shit, you like that? I ain't knocking it. That's your thing. So I'm sitting my ass over here. I don't want to go to war. Shit. Now, I like guns, but shit, I'll buy them and shoot them over here at the gun range. I don't need to be shot at. I'm getting shot at. That shit happened a long time ago. In the shootings and shootouts and bullet hole in one of my ankles, that was a damn accident. I dropped the gun and it went off. But still, yeah, I don't need none of that shit. Yeah, I didn't have to join nowhere to get that kind of action. I just walked down the street. Motherfucker shot at me. I'm walking to the park. So, shit, I ain't got time for that shit. No. You ain't got to join the military to get shot at. Just walk in the right neighborhood. You'll get shot at for free. Shit. But I appreciate all the military people that serve. It is Memorial Day weekend. Remember the fallen, that gave the ultimate sacrifice serving this country, Memorial Day for those that's still doing it, that's still alive. Remember those heroes too, because they come back with some PTSD and some trauma. Some people lose some limbs and things of that nature and everything. So really, just if you know someone, man, just reach out to them, because they served, or on this Memorial Day, remember someone you lost. It ain't gotta be military. And law enforcement partners too, man. I don't want nothing to happen to nobody. But the world we live in, it's just crazy. You gotta worry about the people over here more than you do about the people that's in the war. The people that live next door to you or some shit. You don't know what the fuck. You walk in Walmart, this motherfucker tripping. So think about it, Oh man, I got a good hand. I just don't want to pay $15.40 for it. I'm getting cheap, y'all. I don't want my stack to go that low. I was gonna call the 5. Now y'all gonna talk shit about me because I should have called the $15.40, but I haven't seen this guy play a hand. So I'm watching this hand to see what happened. It's still learn. I might have saved myself $15 because he raised like he got an overpair, like pocket queens or something. Like I'd be calling here with no pair, hoping for an over to hit. For him to 3-bet pre-flop, he's got to have a pocket pair, jacks, queens, something. I really hope this gets to a showdown so I can see, because the reason I fold is I have no reference point for anything he plays. Watch, he's going to bet again. If he bets again, he's got a pair. Oh, he checked. You missed with ace queen? Because you're not trapping on the turn. That's fucking stupid. Should be check, check. You missed the bet on the turn if you still have the overpair. That was dumb. You can't even bet. He bet anyway. He got an overpair. Why would you bet half the pot? Call. Damn. I wanted to see them two cards so fucking bad, man. Because he bet half the pot. So a lot of people don't know this. When you play online poker, when someone bets half the pot, they're normally bluffing. Especially if it's a river. If it's a river and nothing connected, no paint connected, yeah, he's fucking bluffing. He's bluffing. Because it makes no sense to not bet the turn. You bet the turn to put some more money in the pot if you feel good about your hand. You bet the flop, turn, and the river. But he paused on the turn because he was like, man, a straight got there. He got nervous. You know, these are stupid cards here. 5, 6, 7. Damn, what they gonna do? Just help them beat me or what? What the fuck? I mean, I know you're the low man, but I ain't trying to give you no money, G. Yeah, you got that one. That's hand number 199 in the books. Oh shit, my time's up. I gotta go check the chicken. You guys just hang out. I'm gonna come back and play. Gotta make sure it's time to pull them. Just walked by, saw I got another hand, so I was like, well, let me fold real quick. Left my flashlight. Ugh. Wait till I get back. So, I only checked the breast that was closest to the outside of the grill, and both were still below 165. So I went on ahead and closed the flame exposure, and we're gonna let it run probably till 1:15 a.m. And that'll, about 1:15, I think we'll be over 165. And we're running at 300 the whole way out. I'm not really concerned about increasing the heat. Should have done that after the first hour. That was my goal, to increase the heat to crisp it up. Oh, let me get back where you can see me. Yeah. So I made some adjustments on my page or little how this is all lined up. Where my how I look on camera, how big the poker table is. Made the little rooster smaller so we can make the poker table bigger so you can see it. I don't even know how it looks. I'll go back and watch this later on. There used to be two EAs here. I just kind of downsized it to one, and the corner of the poker table cuts off the bottom of the A, but I don't care. You still can see the gist of it. You know, the cursive EA. You see it even though that corner is over there. So it's not a big deal. It's kind of staggered, not a thing of perfection where the boxes line up perfect. But that's kind of my lifestyle. The boxes don't line up perfect sometimes. You know. I will say this, man. Holster rubs sometimes. You gotta get used to that. Like there's a friction point I feel where it rubs. Ugh. Irritates my skin a little bit. I don't know. I saw this advertisement for Gunderwear. Gunderwear. Underwear that's for when you're carrying appendix. I don't know what it does, but it's probably just underwear that comes with the padding to stop it from the Kydex putting pressure on you, that hard plastic. I mean, you can do the same thing with wedges, so it's really like whatever. 10 deuce is just not playable. We're just gonna cancel this real quick. Why does this person keep showing up on my stuff? Why? And it could just be that wedge at the bottom where that I need that at the bottom to protect that part. Uh, I'm doing a little research on logistics. How you can create a LLC and get a cargo sprinter van that'll hold like maybe 2 to 4 pallets, and you can haul loads and make good money. There's these guys on YouTube I've been watching go through the whole process of how to do it. Some of them do seminars explaining it to you, you know, and I just kind of wonder, you know, is it really true or is it like hype, you know, because a lot of people tell you, oh man, you can make this in a day, man. You make 800 in one day or 300 in one day or 500 a day or, you know, and it's like, is it consistent or, you know, like, well, what do you have? Like, there's guys that say they make $4,000 a week doing this. But what they don't tell you is They're going from this place to this place. Then they pick up a load at this place, going to this place. You might make $4,000 in a week, but you probably done drove all over the U.S. in that week, and it's a lot of driving. But the thing is I don't mind the driving. There's no DOT regulation for those vans, so you're not required to stop and sleep. It's on you if you stop and sleep. So it's not like an 18-wheeler where you drive for 11 hours and you shut down for 10 or whatever it is. It's not regulated. So you can pick up stuff and take it straight to the destination without stopping, go nonstop, and then take a nap after you've dropped it off, or take a nap when you're close by waiting for them to open in the morning and just sleep at the truck stop. Then take it where it's going 5 minutes around the corner, unload, and you get paid, So I don't know, it's kind of piqued my interest a lot. So I'm just still researching it, finding out all the details and the inner workings of it. Because there is some stuff you have to do. And the most expensive thing is the required insurance. It's a different type of insurance. It's about $1,100 a month. So when you get that vehicle and pay for that insurance, you want to hit the ground running. You don't want to be doing no mess. Like, you want to be money for fuel, money for maintenance, roadside something, you want to get just in case, So you may have to pay more for that type of roadside help shit, but probably what you need just to make sure. Okay. We're just going to make a general raise of 6 because that's our standard. Somebody may 3-bet and we'll call because it's suited. They should give us credit for raising from early position, but you got some assholes that are targeting me because I'm the big stack. So I wouldn't be surprised if Still Learn makes a 3-bet. Oh, must not have a hand to do it with. Vocabulator? Is that what? Vocabulator? Vocabulator. I don't fucking know what he's going for there. I like the guy with the prison number better. Shit. I don't know what the hell he's going for there. Yeah. Shout out to Turn Kings, my guy. That's my guy. He plays on here. He's the one I told you about that'll play the bigger tournaments. $630 buy-in. He never knew about this poker site, and I met him about 5-6 years ago. I was telling him about it, and he was like, "Man, is it real?" I was like, "Yeah, it's real. You can really play." I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "For real money?" I was like, "Yeah." "You get the money?" I was like, "Yeah." "You win, you get the money." He was like, "Are you for real?" I was like, "Dude, what? Why I gotta lie to you? There's no point in me making it up. I'm not getting anything off of you playing or not playing, whatever." And man, he's been on there terrorizing them. I mean, like doing big numbers, like insane numbers. He doesn't just play the poker tournaments. He'll play blackjack. He'll sports bet and hit a parlay and win. So he's like, the computer is the casino. He literally just doesn't have to go to the casino. He just logs into the computer, puts all his bets in for his sports, and he'll play blackjack if he wants to, or he'll play a big tournament and cash in it. And, I mean, he's making money. You know, he's a multi gambler. You know, like, I've always been afraid of sports betting because I know people that, man, I know people that play poker and sports betting. It's like, man, they're like looking at the TV trying to see what happened while they're playing poker. And they be done lost some money on the game and losing at poker. You know, because when the game loses and they know they lost that money, they got to pay that to the bookie by Tuesday. Because the bookie will let you run the whole weekend. And Monday Night Football is your last chance to clean up with the bookie. And then Tuesday, you got to meet the bookie and pay them. So I've seen people, like, over the weekend, Saturday, they're on college football. Or they're on Sunday, NFL. And they're at the poker room. And they're just, man, watching this TV like crazy. I mean, just with an intense stare. And, man, the worst thing you can ever, like, bother them is when they bet and their team wins, but they don't cover the spread. It's like the team they won, but they didn't win by enough points. It's like, golly. I was like, but you won. You bet on the Cowboys. Yeah, but they needed to win by 10. They only won by 4. Some shit like that. Whatever it is. They had to win by 7. They only won by 3. Or they had to win by 6 or more. They only won by 3. They won by a field goal, so I lost. Point spread. That thing there screws over a lot of people in sports betting. Just that number exists for a reason. And bookies use the money from the losers to pay the winners. There's very rare situations where everyone in the whole sports book that you have makes a winning bet and they all bet the same. It can happen, but it don't happen too often. And normally they'll give it back over weeks of betting because shit happens. Players get injured. This person got sick or got a technical foul and got put out the game. So now that guy's missing and you need him. I like these cards. Or I'm bored. Which one is it? You tell me. Write it in the comments. Am I bored or do I like these cards? Late position, I like these cards. 8-9 suited, I love them. Now that flop just does not really help me. Helps Jimmy Neutron, but it don't help me. Let's see what he does. He checks. Well, 10 of clubs would be a money card. Shit. Well, there's only one way to win this. And I'm not going to be able to do it. I can't bluff. I can't even call, let alone bluff. I may call it early on this because I'm playing hands out of boredom, which is not a good thing. it's not a good. I'm literally like, I like these cards. Fuck it. No, don't do that. You should be done for the day once you start doing shit like that. Because shit, your range, you're opening up your range, and that wasn't the range of hands you played to accumulate chips. You're just playing loose. Oh shit! Aces versus kings. This is they run it twice. They're so fucking punks over here, bro. Ace of spades wins that one. King on the flop, it's a chop pot. They're so stupid, bro. That's what I hate about it. Because guess what? They get their money back. Nothing happens. Nobody made anything. But it's like they do that because they're scared to lose. I don't want to get my aces cracked. I don't want to get my kings cracked. Let's run it twice. I don't never run it twice, but it's crazy. It's like, shit. I guess when you do a pre-flop, it gives you an option to do it. But I don't know if it gives you an option like after the flop, like on the turn, if I go all in. See, I like these cards too, but the kicker sucks. So I'm going to fold. I'm going to get back to my discipline if I'm going to stay on here for 32 more hands. Yeah, we're so close to 225. We may just stop at 225 on the hands. We don't need to play 250 every night. I'd like to play 250, but man, I want to see what this chicken tastes like. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That chicken, I got a deal. There was a coupon in my thing from Academy. Say if you spend 50, you get 20 off. Can't be guns and ammo, which really pisses me off because I'd spend it on ammo. I mean, I buy $60 worth of 9mm. To get 20 off of that would be great. You know, because $60 is 250 rounds for me to shoot at the range. So I like to get that, but they don't let you use those coupons for ammo or guns. So I was like, well, I could get a sling. And I was like, I already got a sling. And I was thinking about it, I was like, I could buy a bunch of pellets for my smoker, a big bag. They got smoker accessories. Maybe I'll get a new temp probe. Because I want the Bluetooth kind you just leave stuck in there and you ain't got to come and keep repoking. But they didn't have it in store. They had it online. And it'll cost the whole 50. So I got a 40-pound bag of Pit Boss pellets. The trophy ones. Supposed to be the real good ones. And they have like really good seasoning at Academy, like the ones you see people use on YouTube. So they have like some company called Meat Church, Gospel Meat Church or whatever. I always see guys that do the YouTube with the smokers. They talk about that seasoning a lot. And then there's this big black man named Mo Kaysen. He's got his picture on the front of it. So he's like I guess a competition barbecue smoker. And this is his seasoning. So I bought those two big things of seasoning for $10 a piece. I got the 40-pound bag of the trophy pellets. And then I grabbed something else. Oh, vinegar-based barbecue sauce. And the reason Ace King versus Jacks, and they're chopping again. Somebody's gonna, Jacks, 9's full of Jacks. That wins. Okay. And he get an ace. They're just splitting money. They're not even moving any money, bro. It's like, oh, let's do it, but let's not take each other out. It's like they're building the rake for the freaking poker website. You know, it's like, oh, I'm just going to get the points for playing the pot, but not win the money. You know, if Jacks plays one hand, he wins. If Jacks runs it one time, he wins and double up. He'll have $146 right now. It's crazy, too, because they're getting these all-in pre-flop scenarios. I don't like my kicker, so I'm just going to fold. Yeah. But a lot of times I try to pay attention to this box in the right-hand corner because I look at the number of hands that I was dealt, and then I look at where it says I saw the flop. So I've been dealt 222 hands. I saw the flop 47 times. So that means 47 times I played the hand. of the 47 times I played the hand, 32 times I won the pot. So that's what's really important when you're playing is not how many hands you play, but how many times you actually won the pot, you know. So 47, 32, 15 I didn't win. So yeah, I'm trying to see what the fraction would be on that or the percentage. I'm looking on my phone now. I don't even know if I did that right. 68%. I won 68% of the hands that I played, which is crazy because, like, out of the like best tournament poker players in the world, like they say they only win 60, like not win, but make it to the money in tournaments. They're either in the money, first, second, they've made a profit 60% of the tournaments they play. So, in order to really get your tournament, percentages, you need to play at such a low stake where you can play like 100 tournaments. Play 5 or 10 a day and try to play like 100 in a month or something. Multi-table these really low stake buy-ins if you don't have the bankroll to take the big shots. And I think that would be a good exercise for like on the weekday. Like play cash, say today, and then say tomorrow, oh, I'm going to play the cheapest tournaments they have, and I'm gonna have 6 to 10 of them I'm gonna play, and just find all the low stakes ones so you can play all of them at the same time or consecutively or have them running, and you're not like ruining your bankroll. It's cool. But yeah, it's 1:15. I gotta check the temp. Yeah. I'm in the big blinds, so I'll wait till the blinds pass me and the button passes me. I don't know why this guy's sitting out. He must have went to the bathroom. He's got money. There's no reason to sit out. Saucy 93. Oh, Lord. I fold, man. You got it. I ain't tripping with you. And that's the thing, too, man. Sometimes you'll play a lot of hands and win and run good. And then they just have you go card dead. Or they'll give you hands and you'll miss the board. Or whatever. See, here, I'm just going to call. And people are like, well, why you not 3-betting? And it's like, there's only one person behind me. If he 3-bets, I call. Who gives a shit? He ain't gonna 3-bet. He's probably gonna just call. He's got to have aces here to 3-bet. He's just as far out of position as I am. We're both out of position. So I should be 3-betting, but if he calls with Jack 9, fuck it, he won. I'll just fold on the flop if he bets, There's nothing that guarantees victory, Him checking bothers me. Okay, I'm really upset if it's checks all the way through and one of them has something and I don't win at showdown. If nobody bets and I don't win, I'm really gonna be pissed. Somebody bets, I'm folding. But like if nobody bets and my hand ace high is good, I'm gonna be upset. Thank you. Why did it take you so long to think of that bet? I mean, the timer almost timed out. He's trying to extract money. He had a winning hand. Let's see if I three bet, he's not in the hand. I get to showdown, and I probably win with ace high against the guy that made the initial raise. Or they both fold. Even the guy that makes the initial raise folds, and I take down his $4. Like this guy made it 20. This guy should fold unless he's got some. Call. Whoa, was not expecting. And look at the rags. So can you imagine these guys having ace king, ace queen, pocket jacks, pocket queens, pocket kings, and then this bullshit comes out? So they both like, I'm still good. So are you gonna bet it or are you gonna check? See, he's betting it, and then he should be calling too because nothing hit the board. No meaningful cards hit the board. Yeah, why fold? There's nothing to beat your hand on the board, or your what should be your hand should not be on the board based off of what y'all raised. This shit is crazy. And then he checks because he's like, damn, he called. Maybe he's got something. And now he's going to try and steal it. Oh, he didn't. He didn't even try to steal it. Look at him go. Way to go, buddy. Don't steal. It's bad. Oh, shit. There's a straight. One card straight. 5-8 is the nuts. Any 5 is to the 7. Aces. And he had ace. Why did he call? I guess because the way it played, check, 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 check. Anyway, I'm going to go check temp here. Speaking of check, let's check the temp on the chicken. Wow. So one chicken was ready. The other one on the cooler side of the grill is stalling out on me. So I pulled the one, and the one that's stalling out, I moved it to the hot side of the grill. And I probably should have faced the breast the way I had the other one that got done. I don't know, it's just the way the heat reflects on that thing. I didn't move my pellets around, so I'll probably go back out there real quick. I need to play some hands, get my stack back up above 500. Not so bad that I get out of line though. So we lost one. Where'd he go? Got mad because I left. I was getting the chicken off the grill, bro. Oh, never mind. I was gonna play 18. Nope, never mind. I mean, they making it a lot pre-flop, man. Like they catching the cards now. I'm just sitting here, just you know, shit. They catching all the cards right now. It's like your job is to chill for the next 3-4 hours. Shit, I don't even know. They even got 3-4 hours left of me. Damn, out of position. I'm gonna defend with this, man. Kicker ain't good, but I got two suited. If I get diamonds, I win. So, shit. Well, I got an ace. One diamond. Two pair. That's worth a bet. To me, it is. Got my stack back over 500. That was my goal. Shit. Fold that garbage. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go turn the breast facing the heat so they'll get done. Be right back. So I saw my neighbor today when I was firing up the smoker, and I don't think he understands that a pellet smoker is a pellet smoker because he was like, I didn't think you'd be out here doing this today as hot and humid as it is. And I'm like, dude, it's about to get cool out. It's you know, it's because I usually, when I cook the smoker, I cook it at night, especially on chickens. I always do them at night, late at night, because I can play video games while they're cooking or play poker while they're cooking and just, you know, whatever. Stay up watching Law and Order while they're cooking. But I don't go to sleep while I'm cooking them. Never. But he was talking about how hot and humid it was and that he didn't think I'd be doing it. And I was like, does he think that this is like a barbecue pit where you got, you know, you can't cook because of fire watch or some shit? Because this is a pellet smoker. It's electric. So, yeah, there's a flame, but it's different. It's not like the same rules as far as like barbecue smokers go. But I don't fucking know. But I told him, I was like, oh, yeah, man, I bought 2 chickens and I put them in the bottom of the fridge. Well, you only keep them in the bottom of the fridge for like 2 days. and I bought it yesterday. So I was like, I gotta go on ahead and cook them. I can just eat leftovers, but you can't leave them in the bottom of the fridge for more than 2 days. They'll go bad. He's like, oh yeah, I get that. You don't want to waste anything. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You keep DoorDash and fucking Sonic here. Like, they DoorDash Sonic. Him and his roommate be DoorDashing everything. Uber Eats, DoorDash. Uber Eats, DoorDash. I wish I had a fucking restaurant in town. They could get some shit from me. I was like, look, man, instead of DoorDashing, I'm going to get some steaks and put them on the grill. And y'all can just give me $20 a piece. Shit. Hell. That shit's crazy. Sonic every day. I can put some burgers on the grill. I can put some fucking burgers on the grill. Thick ones too. Big old thick patties. Juicy. Season them up good. They cook quick. The chicken would take a while. The brisket take a while. But shit, you cook some burgers. I got some beef hot links I cooked yesterday. Man, shout out to Winco. And if you don't know, go to Winco. Get to that grocery store. That damn Winco, boy, they got the best prices on everything. And it's good meat. They don't have no bullshit ass meat. And for y'all that don't know, people say don't buy your meat at Walmart. Well, for the longest I buy my meat at Walmart. And then somebody told me, man, only buy your meat at Tom Thumb or Albertsons. Walmart meat don't be right. I'm like, what? It's Walmart. How the fuck the meat don't be right? Meat is meat. They getting them from different. But if you ever look, like when you go buy chickens from Walmart, their chickens are from Tyson. They're always from Tyson. And I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with it. And then like the chickens I got from Winco, they were from Sanderson Farms. And when you buy whole chickens, like certain companies do the chickens certain ways. When I get 2 chickens from Walmart from Tyson, they had the neck and the guts stuffed in the butt of the chicken, in the bottom, in the cavity of the chicken. They have the tail of the chicken butt on there. Sanderson Farms, the neck's not in the chicken, and the butt is like cut off at the back. The little tail butt, it's cut off, and it's just the guts in there. It's just the guts in there, a little bit, not a lot. But Tyson has like a whole lot in that going in the cavity. The neck, the lot of shit going on, So what I'm saying. And then when you get your chicken from Tom Thumb, it's like their brand chicken, but it's like hit or miss. I've had them not have all that, and then I've had them have. I'm like, what the hell is this? But yeah, everybody do them different, And then when you washing your chicken, you'll see the pin quills or whatever. It's like pin quills is where the feather was attached, and it's like a little white stick sticking out. You may see a couple, and you're supposed to pull those. When you get chicken from Tyson, you're going to find them pin quills. You're going to find a bunch of 2 or 3 of them, every chicken. But when you get a Sanderson Farm, nah. So it's like the QC, the quality control over it. You know what I mean? Because them pin quills, you don't even find them in Sanderson Farm. So, because you don't want them in your chicken. You want to pull them out and cook. They got the feathers, but they didn't get the pin quill, the feather attached to it. You see this white stick sticking out. You got to get that out, but... And the crazy thing is, the chickens are roughly the same price no matter what brand you buy. So it really don't matter. It's not like, Kobe steak or grass-fed cow or happy cow or whatever the fuck they do with these steaks that make them cost more. You know, chickens, they cost the same per pound, unless you getting the organic chicken that was only fed this or some shit like that or whatever. Cage free chicken or whatever. And I'm like, who gives a fuck if he wasn't in a cage? You killed him and I'm finna eat him. I don't give a damn if he was in a jail cell. What the fuck? He's finna get ate. He's going on the smoker, bitch. He was in jail before we killed him. Shit, man, get the fuck on. They act like cage-free eggs matter. What is the difference between cage-free eggs and eggs that was in a cage? Why do you pay more for? These are questions nobody asked that I ask. Why do caged free eggs cost more? And what the fuck is the difference? Please shout out in the comments if I'm stupid, because I have no fucking clue. Are they going to say the eggs taste better because they free? The birds are free birds now. The fuck ever, man. It's so insane. We've been eating caged eggs since I was born in 80. But now all of a sudden, cage free eggs. I gotta buy some cage free eggs because it's inhumane for them hens to be in there laying eggs in a cage. I want them to be able to roam and lay eggs. And I got to go walk around and find them because they're not in the damn pen. What? Isn't that making it harder on the fucking farmer? What the fuck? Who the fuck does that shit? Like, damn, man, y'all just think of anything, man. Hell, cage-free eggs. That would be like, man, let me get some Nikes that was not sewn by a child in China. They were sewn by a child in Brazil. These are Brazilian children, slave workers, child labor, Brazilian child labor. I didn't do the Chinese child because, China don't get along with us, but the Brazilians, we cool with them. I want Brazilian child labor on my Nikes. Who the fuck does that, bro? It's just so fucking crazy. It's like insane. The shit that comes out every year, man. Every year is something, bro. It's something, bro. Organic this, organic that, or what the fuck ever. I remember they wasn't even saying nothing was organic. So what the fuck was we eating back then? What the fuck? Wasn't no organic. It was just regular shit. It was like shit. So that shit was bad all around. Now all of a sudden organic's better for you than this regular shit. Well, shit, it's too late. I've been eating regular shit for so long. I don't think the organic gonna fix all that shit. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. The shit they do. Grass fed steak. Don't all cows eat grass? Who the fuck is right? Have you ever drove by and seen some cows grazing and they just chewing on grass? That's what cows do. Now they do have feed that they give them. They have feed they buy for cows and give. Are they trying to say they're not giving them none of that? Only all this cow ate was grass the whole time? What the fuck ever, dude. It's cool, man. Don't even fucking matter. Hell, for long, they're going to be auctioning off horses without horseshoes because the horseshoes hurt the horse. I don't know, man. They'll come up with some shit. You know what I'm saying? This is a grass-fed pork chop here. Grass-fed pig. Like, the fuck does that matter? He's nasty as hell no matter what you... This motherfucker's stupid as hell. Boy, they kill me with this shit. I can't play 8 deuce, man. That ain't even my style, man. Can't do it, man. Bad cards. Man, you ever notice too, like it seems like when you be playing, you get stuck at a certain amount. Like they quit giving you cards and they don't want you to win more hands because it's like bad for the table or some shit. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Damn. Like I'm card dead as hell right now. It's like, yep, no more fun for you. We're gonna let these guys who are running it twice and chopping every pot because they're running it twice. We're gonna let them play because it's good for the site. Like, really, dude? I'm just trying to win, man, and entertain a little bit at the same time. You know, watch my channel, see what I'm doing. This shit crazy. That chicken probably done too, man. I'm trying to just play a few more hands and close it out and go get the chicken. I'm only about, after this hand, I got 4 more hands. I hit my 250. I'm going to take a picture of what my final standings is. 250 hands. Saw the flop this many times. Won so many hands. And made this much win or loss profit. That should be hand number 246 right there in the books. I can fold my way to 250. This is 247. Kettler 26. Who the fuck is Kettler 26? What kind of fucked up name is that? Wait, what does that even mean? This will be 248. Ugh. This should be 249. Oh, that's really good. Because I'll be under the gun for 250, so I won't have to post the blinds. So I'm going to click sit out big blind. So I can play the next hand, and it shouldn't give me a hand on the big blind one because that'll be 251. And I don't want to post blinds and lower my stack below 500. Now, if I catch a hand where I got to play this next hand, then that's a whole nother thing. I'm sure they're going to deal me a hand because I clicked that box to sit out. And they're like, oh, we better get them now. Let's give them aces versus twos and crack them. Some stupid shit like that. They don't know I'll fold fucking aces for his last hand. I'm that guy. See? Playable hand. Not today, bitch. Bye. I'll let y'all. Oh, I gotta take a picture. That's what I want to do. Take a picture of my thing here. Really shouldn't have to. I could probably just go up on YouTube and watch it. Ugh. Shit. I'm trying to zoom in there. It's so high up. Wait till the hand is over with and take the picture of it, I guess. Zooming in on the computer. Oh, it's tiny on the computer. Yeah, it's better on the TV. On the monitor up here. Then we're going to lower this monitor so we're not looking up. As you can see how high I got to get up to get this camera. I'm just waiting on the hand to fold so it'll show me the total is 250. I hit sit out. You better let me sit out, motherfucker. Yep, there we go. All right, well, love, peace, and chicken grease, and may your bank accounts rise